listen. I'm just reminiscing on the times we could have had if you never went missing. All the love I could have gave if I had your permission. All the shit you could have had if your heart would just listen. It's crazy how you never noticed me when I had nothing, but now you see me coming up and now you want you something. You see me living right, cause you ain't in my life. I can't believe I really thought of making you my wife. But fuck it, just focus on the mission and never lose the vision. Every decision that I make is taken with precision.
Alain Cimankinda, he's one of the best prospects in this year's CFL Draft. He's gone through a long journey to get to this point, but at every stage of his career, he's shown everything that he can do.
At every single level in his life, Cimankinda has represented character, integrity, and he's worked hard to get to where he's at now. And he's just a testament to show that with character, with integrity, he can go anywhere you want to go in this life. And since he's moved to Ottawa at a very young age, he's experienced adversity in life and in football, but he's managed to get to where he's at now, becoming a CFL player.
What did you first think of Alain when he was a young kid?
Well, when I first met him, it was after practice, and then Joel and Rémi Jonathan, they said, "Hey, coach, this is our younger brother." I couldn't believe it because the kid was already big.
My first impression was this kid can play ball, and definitely just an all-around good kid that you want to be around. Kind of charismatic, but at the same time, at that age, he's a bit more quiet, but we connected pretty well.
You could always just tell with Alain he was a character guy, so when he got comfortable with me, it was pretty obvious pretty quick that we were going to get along.
And then I met Alain, and Alain was always a character. You know what I mean? He was a character, but he was pretty well known in the school though. A lot of people had a lot of respect for him.
So we're back here,
stomping ground,
where the journey began.
Yes, sir.
And also take me back, man. When you see this field, what does it mean to you?
Man, it brings a lot of memories, man. It's crazy. I don't think I've been here in the last 10 years. It's been that long. But we gonna start with this rock right here, man. I don't know. We gonna cover that, but that's John Smith. He used to be the president of the club when I started. I remember it was actually my little bro's practice. JP. After school, I didn't have nothing to do. I was hanging at the crib playing video games. You know what? I'm gonna come check JP play ball.
Yeah.
I remember it was right there, 10 yards from here, standing right there watching. And then John Smith comes behind me. He's like, "Oh, damn, you a big boy."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah." And then JP's like, "Oh yeah, coach, this is my older brother John." And then he asked me like, "You want to play football?" I'm like, "Nah, it's not really my thing." He's like, "No, you should give it a try. I mean, you'll be very good. Like, don't worry about it. We'll take care of the payments and everything." I'm like, "Oh, I bet if it's that, then I'm gonna get it started." And that's how it started. This was our backyard. Lots of football games here.
Yeah.
Tackle football games. Right here, man. We're just kicking it, bro. Because for us, like, sometimes this the only thing we have, right? You know, we can't leave the house to go too far.
Yeah.
So cool, we'll come down here, play ball, run around, and I used to just hop right here and jog, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I remember when I started taking football seriously. My cousin put me on. Arnaud. We used to put plastic bags under so you could sweat. So I started doing that, and I'll run 5K.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll go around the neighborhood and everything and come back. I used to do that on the regular. So although I grew up in the hood, man, and I was going through everything I was going through here, there was always that reminder, man. Listen, you could get to that level, right? You know, you could leave the hood, and go to a neighborhood that's a bit more quiet, you know, less nonsense and all that stuff. So, man, that was a thing for me, man. From a young age, bro, I was working hard to leave the place. I remember my last 3-4 years of high school, it was always leave here in the morning around 6 a.m., go to school, during lunch hour, work out for the whole hour, after school, work out for 2 hours,
Wow.
and then, so I'll be coming back home 6 p.m., 4 p.m., those late hours. So the good thing with that was, one, it kept me away from, the wrong crowds and the wrong folks and getting to, some unnecessary trouble.
Yeah.
And two, it kept me focused on my grind and what I wanted to do. And I remember sometimes, like, I'll be coming back home, I'll stop on baseline just to walk, and I'll walk through this neighborhood, right? Just, you know, seeing what, I'm like, must be nice, man.
Yeah.
Like, it must be nice y'all living like this. So, but for me, that was motivation, right? Motivation, and it's like, it's also giving me a goal, man. Hey, this is something you can attain, right? This is what you're working for. You're working for a better life. You're working to put your family in a better position. So you wouldn't be the best, you know, model for your little bro. Cause you get used to getting out the mud. You get used to just doing what you got to do, you know, to make ends meet. So I get that part of it, bro. But it's crazy, man. But I still applaud them boys, man. Just like for me, this is a blessing and a crazy thing to make it out and be at this level, bro. Even for them too, right? That's man, to make it out of this spot. I mean, especially the way we grew up. It's not, you know, some of us, like, yeah, you were in the hood, but like some of us lived the hood life in the hood, right? It's not everybody that lives the hood life in the hood. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I lived in the hood, but I didn't live the hood life. I was exposed to it. I was around it. You know, I entertained it here and there, but truly, I ain't never been a street guy. I ain't never been a hood guy. Yeah, bro. And then this was a neighborhood, bro. We had, my bros actually lived down there. Older brothers, 3 of them. And then that's how, you know, my days would be, man. I'll leave the crib, come by to go to practice. I always make sure, I'll show y'all. I always make sure to stop at the gym because I have my homies in there playing ball and everything. And then we'll keep on doing the walk. But come, I'll show y'all the walk, man. Facts. Because I mean, for me, the toughest thing was always like, you know, your homies, everybody hanging out, everybody vibing, and it's like, damn, I gotta go to practice. You feel me? Damn, I gotta go to practice. And then not on top of that too, not only you gotta go to practice, but like you're walking to go to practice, and all your homies are right there, playing ball, you know, cooling, spending time together. It's like, I wish I didn't have practice here. I want to vibe with them, but you know, making those right decisions every day to still do what's right and follow through with my commitment, man, that's what brought me this far, man, for real.
There you go. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the whole journey, man, like, I've always told you, right? This, in a surprising way, all this that you're doing right now, the success that you're achieving right now, never really been in, like, it's not really a surprise to me.
That's right, love, bro.
I kind of just seen it. I was like, yo, the way, like, the love and the passion that you have for it.
That's love, for real. You're going to practice sometimes, you're really tired, or you're coming from practice, and this is a steep hill. Y'all about to see the staircase. It's a steep hill. It takes you probably 2 minutes to get down just by walking, right? And it's like, and it puts a lot of stress on your legs. So sometimes whenever I'll have my cleats, I can't use the stairs because they have holes. So I'd have to run or jog from the side. Man, and I remember this area, man, my mom used to always get scary because it gets dark, right, super fast, and then it's not well lit up. You know, some crazy stuff happening around here. People get beat up, you know, all that stuff, right? And it's like right now it's hella sunny, but you can still see how dark it is a little bit, man. But like at night, bro, imagine an 11-year-old walking up here by himself, holding football pads in one hand, cleats in the other, and you got to go up this big old hill at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. sometimes. Man.
The slightest noise.
Oh yeah, the slightest noise, you're like, what is it? As soon as you start getting from here, not even that stop sign right there, because see that car right there? That's where our Pee-wee and Mosquito was kind of around. So our coaches, we would see me from there. So I get here, I got to start busting a walk or busting a run to look a certain way, because like from here, I'm game ready, right? I'm about to start practicing. I left the hood, now I'm coming out here to put in the work. Yeah. And that's what we go through, bro.
Like from already like over there, they can kind of see you coming through.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
And like we be having practice, folks will be playing softball, baseball down there. Man, this brings up some memories, bro. That's crazy.
I just let Alain be Alain because I didn't interfere with who he was, because if I interfered with him, I interfered with his gameplay. You know, if I let him be comfortable, I knew he played well. If he was in a situation where he wasn't 100% comfortable, I knew he wouldn't play at his best. So it was always important to let Alain be Alain. And as a character guy, I mean, you want your kids to feed off of that. So the guys you're coaching, if he's having fun, the other kids are going to have fun.
Because I've always admired his work ethic, and I've always admired who he was as a person. You know what I mean? He's a person that he's unapologetic. this is who he is, and if you don't agree with it, then you know what I mean. He was always about the youth. He was always about keeping me under his wing and making sure that I always did the right thing. For that, I'm always going to be thankful for it, and till this day, I'm thankful for it because the lessons that he's taught me, you know, are things that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
He's been a part of that crew that has kind of like grown up with myself and then with everybody else, you know, along the way. He's always been, you know, a guy who's been very passionate and about competing and about showing up and working on his craft. And I've always thought highly of him. You know what I mean? He's always kind of like the life of the party when he comes in, and he likes to have a good time. But he's always a hard worker, and he's always ready to grind it out and do what's on the board.
But Alain was very vocal, and he would be very present on the field, meaning with his plays, and would communicate as well. And he's the type of kid that everyone gravitates around him because he's a fair guy. I mean, anyone who knows Alain, he's funny sometimes. You know, he could be all of that. He could be light, but he could be really serious. And one thing I must say is, whenever it was time to train, there was no joke with Alain. He was authentic and he was real about it. So when you look at all these things, there was no doubt in my mind that Alain would have been a great football player.
I didn't realize how big of an impact, you know, a conversation that I had, which is very special. And, you know, we were briefly earlier talking, and I said we kind of have a term in the fire department we use where it's, you know, and he possesses all the characters, which is being humble, you know, all-in attitude and all-out effort. And I think that defines Alain Cimankinda pretty well.